Hi Scorpio, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of February 1st to the 7th, 2021 to begin the month. And do want to remind you, as always, like this video, leave me a comment, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And when meditating on your energy overall for the week, the message that came through was just knowing what's best. Just knowing what's best. And the song that Spirit chose for you on shuffle for the week was Running on Empty by Browne. Running on Empty by Browne. I'll leave that in the description box below if you want to listen. But the lines that stood out were, I don't know how to tell you all just how crazy this life feels. Look around for the friends that I used to turn to pull me through. Looking into their eyes, I see them running too. Wow, that's powerful. So, I mean, Scorpio, it might be a week where you feel like you're literally running on empty, where you're feeling burnt out, where you feel like you have to keep going even though you don't have much left to give. And you might not feel like certain people you could rely on in the past in these, when feeling this way or going through difficulties, just aren't there for you as much anymore, or you just don't connect with them as much. Interesting. Let's begin by pulling a couple messages from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck. And keep in mind, general reading for the week for Scorpio, no longer mentioning specific placements. You never know which one's going to apply for you. So just check them all out, if I could even say it. For our lovely Scorpios, what else do we have for this upcoming week? For the 1st to the 7th, February 2021. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Mutually beneficial venture. There is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everybody concerned. Spirit's saying this isn't somebody new. This is somebody you already know, my friend, previous to this first week of February, where you may not even realize that they have this purpose in your life, that they were kind of brought to you, or you were aligned for this reason. Your paths crossed for this reason. You were meant to work together on a project, a business, a hobby, something of the sort. And I feel like it helps other people in one way, shape, or form. Nice. And so I feel like it is a week where whoever that is, however they're meant to, work with you, that'll all kind of come to the light. You'll get some clarification on that. Back on task. Be sure you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider reviewing your goals, your schedule, or your project, or a project you are working on. All could use some fine-tuning. All right, so first and foremost, Scorpio, you're being reminded by Spirit and the universe very clearly, your time is valuable at this time. You have a lot on your plate, all right? And there are more people that depend on you than you realize. And especially when it comes to whatever you'll be working on or whatever you have been working on. So at the end of the day, they're saying it's time to get back on task. Utilize your time wisely, your resources wisely. Knowing your own worth, of course. But at the end of the day, there might be some fine tuning that needs to be done in your approach to whatever you've been working on. Interesting. Let's continue. We're going to pull 7 tarot cards, one for each day of the upcoming week. Sorry. Just a little bit of a struggle here that might feel the same. You might be feeling the same throughout this week. For our lovely Scorpios, thank you, Spirit. Not surprised? Wow. Keep them coming for our lovely Scorpios. Thank you, Spirit. Keep them coming. Oh. Okay. And we're going to pull the last 2 right from the top of the deck. Okay. And 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, my friend. I feel like you truly, going back to the overall message of just knowing what's best, you know what's best at the end of the day at this point when it comes to your future, when it comes to you planning for your future this week. If any opinions or people come in and try to tell you how to live your life or how to proceed or what to do or I don't see Scorpio taking it. You're going to be like, you know what, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because at the end of the day, I know what's best for me. I've lived my life. You haven't. I know myself best. You don't. You could be a bit feisty this week, kind of in defense of what you want out of life, your vision, if you will. All the power to you. 3 of Cups. Sometimes you gotta put people in their place, politely. So you start the week on Monday feeling like for the first time in a while, you're connecting with certain people, certain individuals that you feel like there's been a bit of distance between you and them, or you feel like you just haven't, like I was mentioning before, connected with them in the same way you have in the past. But whether it's one person or one soul connection or 2, where you kind of make up this sort of group, it's side by side with this mutually beneficial venture. So right off the bat, to start the week on Monday, you're going to get some clarification, some blanks filled in. It's going to be like, oh, okay. So this person's in my life for this reason. We're meant to work together on this. Okay. And it might start with you guys having a simple conversation and realizing you have this commonality that you never knew before. And you weren't meant to sort of discover this commonality until this point, because it was meant to click now that you guys are meant to work together on something amazing, something beneficial. And it's gonna kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, if you will. Probably not the best way to say it, but it'll kind of regain your feeling of connection with souls, with other souls these days, as well as benefit you in however that project or business works for you guys. 9 of Wands. And so remember I was saying you might be feeling a bit burnt out. I mean, the song was running on empty, my friend. This is the Wounded Warrior card. So you're left on Tuesday feeling a bit burnt out. I'm going to say more than a bit. Just feeling really drained, emotionally depleted, physically, even maybe spiritually, mentally. It just feels like you need to take some time for self-care on Tuesday. Spirit's saying, great, we're so happy that you're now realizing who you're meant to work with moving forward. You're kind of getting another piece to the puzzle of your destiny, your path, if you will. But you need to take care of you, because you're going to literally cause yourself a complete burnout. And then how are you supposed to accomplish all your responsibilities, all that's on your plate? You won't be able to. Just a forewarning, 10 of Wands to move right along. And so you make your way to Wednesday, and there's this feeling of, there's a lack of color in your life. It feels like because you're feeling wounded, you maybe have some emotional baggage you're hanging on to. I mean, it is Mercury in retrograde throughout this week, so don't be surprised when certain things resurface so you can work through them. All right, and it might feel like things are a little bit slower than you'd like this week. But it's going to be a week where you realize what you need to do moving forward to turn these upside down, to turn them in reverse, to make yourself feel less wounded and bring that color back to your life. And a big part of it's going to be doing some personal inner healing, as well as dropping some burdens, which could be habits. Moving on to Thursday, we have the Lovers in reverse. And I feel like, Scorpio, you're not really feeling the love these days. You're feeling, even though you got a sense of a connection between soul connections at the beginning of the week and whatnot, tying it into working with them somehow. But there's a feeling that you don't have this overall romance in your life these days, even if you're in a current committed relationship. And Spirit's saying this will change. A big part of it is the way you're perceiving things, the way you're viewing things. And it's going to be hard for you to have that proper mindset, that proper way of viewing your love or lack of love situation if you're feeling weighed down or burdened, or if you're feeling truly burnt out. You bring that energy into whatever connections you have, or you send that vibe out to the universe. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you're able to take care of you a little bit, work on a few things, this will turn up right before you know it. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So you make your way to Friday and you're feeling abundant, feeling like your cup is overflowing. Something happens between Thursday and Friday where whether you do something to help yourself out or you just kind of realize things are going to change eventually, maybe as a result of a reminder from Spirit in the universe. But your cup is overflowing nonetheless. You might be once again reminded or connecting with those soul connections or that soul connection from earlier on in the week. You may start to sort of work together with them, and it's like, wow, this is amazing. The collaboration's beautiful. It's like fireworks, passion. You can just see the success coming from it already, and it's just begun. Being side by side with this back on task, they are saying, whatever you've been working on, plus whatever you will start to work on this week and moving forward, it's going to make you truly abundant, but you need to stay on task. You can't get too distracted, okay? And I mean, it feels like even at this point too, people might come in with their opinions, trying to kind of maybe noticing that your cup is overflowing at this point, seeing how you're glowing on a different level, seeing you stepping up and planning and trying, or at least thinking about trying new things with other people. And Spirit's saying, pay no mind to those opinions, because at the end of the day, Scorpio, you know best. What's best for you, at least. Six of Wands. So you make your way to start the weekend on Saturday. By the way, I just looked at the timer and it was 11:11. It's a good sign, especially when we were just talking about abundance. And so you make your way to start the weekend, and there's this sense of recognition, appreciation coming in. I feel like it's not even just people noticing what you've been doing, how hard you've been working on whatever it is for you, but just the hard work you've been putting in when it comes to your inner work, your life, improving you and your situation in general. It's aligned with the Nine of Wands. And they're saying, this is your past. This is your future. The sooner you accept it, the better off you'll be. Spirit's saying you're not going to get in your own way, because we already see how bright your future is. It's time for you to realize it as well. Finishing off the week, we have the Justice card. And so you finish off the week feeling like you're getting a sense of justice in your situation, or maybe you're striving to achieve more of it. But I do feel like you're establishing, or Spirit in the universe is assisting you in establishing a new sense of balance, a newfound sense of balance in your life in general. And being aligned with the Ten of Wands, they're saying, once again, it's kind of just like the other one. This is your past. This is your future. All right? Major Arcana, big life change and transformation. Not to mention we have an Ace over here, which is all about new beginnings. Things are going to improve, my friend. Just hang in there. I feel the need to say. All right? So let's finish off by pulling a couple messages from the Find Your Happy deck for our lovely Scorpios. Thank you, Spirit. To finish off this weekly read, we got 2. I allow myself to feel. It is a detox for my soul. Keep that in mind this week when certain feelings or emotions do pop up, given there was a recent full moon and, Mercury in retrograde, not to mention all you're going through and all the changes you're being one with at this time. So allow for yourself to feel those emotions when they do resurface, and allow it to be somewhat of a detox. Learn from them, grow from them, and feel them goodbye. Or feel them, learn from them, grow from them, and then let them go. I imagine myself living my ideal life to finish this off. So get in the mindset this week, Scorpio, where you're living your ideal life, where everything's perfect. And before you know it, you're truly going to be manifesting it, as long as you start to work towards that image, that vision of yours. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you know what's best for you. So Scorpio, I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment, and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.